Hi all, it's Teresa. I love doing acrylic paintings, and I like to incorporate meaning and symbolism in my artwork, not just do a depiction of the subject matter. So this one is actually one of my favorites. This is a depiction of my childhood home that I grew up in, and it did not look like this. It was actually on a dead-end street. That house has been sold for many, many years, and I wanted to remember it, but in a different environment altogether. So I showed my childhood home and the house next door because I always loved the cozy, vintage look of the house next door. But I put them in an imaginary environment of a very pretty woodsy area with a dirt road leading down and a pond and deer too, because deer visited the backyards of these houses, and so I wanted to include them too. But I just love this painting. It's 24 by 36 and it's done in acrylics. And this next painting is also from my childhood home neighborhood. I have fond memories of these fireflies that we used to have on summer nights in the neighborhood, and it gave it kind of a magical feel. So this is on my same street of where I grew up. This is supposed to be me as a teenager sitting on the front porch in the summer at night looking up the street and seeing these magical little fireflies. I love the feel of it, and it's kind of moody in a way. And this is a good size too. This one is a 24 by 30 inch and it's acrylic paint. And another large acrylic painting. This is an imaginary setting, and I did include some symbolism in this painting. The fire that they've created between the two of them is symbolic of our energetic connection we have with other people. And the smoke rising up to the heavens, it ties in and shows us there is a connection between that connection we have with other people and with the universe as a whole. So I wanted to show this beautiful galaxy sky in the desert. I've never been to the desert, but I always wanted to go to the desert and see the stars at night without the light from street lights, cars, houses. I also included my favorite RV style, which is an Airstream. And I used pictures that I found online as reference to paint the details. This is an older model, but it just makes it more cozy that these two people are camping out at night, well protected. And I think part of what art does is it allows us to assign meanings and symbolism to what we see in the painting. And again, this is acrylic, and it's the largest size painting I've done. It's 32 by 40. And I started doing portraits of my daughters and myself and Gemma, my wonderful little dog. And I have them all lined up on my dining room wall. This first one is my older daughter, and she tends to collect big dogs as her pets, and they all have B names: Bruno, Bobby, and Billy. She's always surrounded by their love, and she's a dog trainer, so they're well-disciplined dogs. This is 16 by 20, and it's also acrylic. And this next one is my younger daughter, and this is a painting showing her in her 4th floor walk up when she was living in another city. And here she is with Diamond, and she's getting used to the issues of dog ownership. Like when I sent Diamond this nice toy, Diamond proceeded to tear it to shreds. And another portrait. This is a self-portrait with Gemma, who has my back. And there's a lot of symbolism in this painting as well. I like to read tarot cards. I've been learning tarot for about almost 30 years now. And there's a lot of meaning in this painting. Like this scenery looking out the window was actually the view I had from the backyard of my last house that I sold years ago. And I included this as kind of a manifestation technique, kind of like when you do vision boards, that I will once again have a house like that I love. And there are a few sources of light that I included in this painting. The candle, the full moon. I originally painted this before I got Gemma, and I went from one look on my face to a smile after I adopted Gemma. So I had a lot of fun doing this painting and revising it. And this painting I did of Gemma a week after I had adopted her. She was actually this skinny. She was only 8 pounds, and they found her on the streets, so she was malnourished. And I quickly fattened her up nicely. And then I had to let her lose weight because the vet yelled at me a couple times that she was too fat. So she has shed a few pounds, and the vet is happy with her weight now. But I love doing pet portraits. And I did this from pictures of Gemma and made up the background. So she's happy in these natural environments. This is also a 16 by 20 and it's acrylic paint. This is another large acrylic painting. It's my take on the Hermit Tarot card. This is a person traveling on their own, using their own guidance system, symbolized by the lantern and walking stick, through some kind of scary dark terrain, at night of course, and a fierce looking ocean with waves crashing, kind of threatening looking clouds, but also lit by the full moon and symbolizing our connection with the guidance provided in the natural world. And I do love this painting too. So of course it symbolizes our journey through life, sometimes going through difficult life circumstances on our own. And this last painting I'll show you is in my bathroom, one of my gallery walls. This painting is of a mountain lion because I have a love of mountain lions. I wouldn't want to run across one in real life, but I want this beautiful species of animal to survive. And in a lot of places they are being threatened. Just like we give ourselves entitlement of living in the landscape, which is depicted by these rows of crops in the farmlands, the wildlife also is entitled to live here, and we do not have the right to the areas they have to roam and thrive. It would really, really be heartbreaking to see these beautiful species of wild animals become extinct someday. So I do support wildlife conservation efforts whenever I can. So I hope you enjoyed seeing some of my paintings, and please let me know in the comments about some of the symbolism and meanings in your own work too. I'm always curious to hear about my viewers' experiences in their own creative work. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps my viewership on YouTube to grow. So thanks again for watching. Until next week, bye-bye.